The Green Bay Packers, Lambeau Field, Aaron Rodgers. There's just something special about that stadium on game day, watching maybe a little snow on the ground, the breath coming out of the player's mouth. Classic football. But this team has some talent, not just at quarterback. Some really good pieces in the secondary, nice defensive line, some extra picks, 2 in the first round. Let's find out who's going to get the Packers in AFL 19. The Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers go to our resident Packer fan, RVD. And here to hear from the man himself, RVD's with us here. RVD, talk about the Packers.
Well, I'm a cheesehead myself, an owner. I just got my packet in today to do the voting. And when it came down to it, the Packers team over the past couple of years, I haven't liked as much. But they're starting to look younger. I like what they did in this past draft. I like what they did last year. The secondary is looking a whole lot better. There's a lot of age issues there, but overall, I think that this is a team that can turn into something that I can have a whole lot of fun with.
You brought up a good point about the youth. For years, the Packers have been a team that I've personally shied away from because it felt like a lot of their stars were older. Jordy Nelson, even Randall Cobb. He's not nearly as old as you like to think he is. It's a guy that seems like he's been in the league for 15 years, and he seems like he's always going to be 26 years old. But they've got some nice young defensive linemen. The secondary is beefed up. They took 2 corners in the first 2 rounds this year. And what I think is the most underrated part of this team, they have 2 first-round picks in the first draft we do, their own and the New Orleans Saints. And RVD, that was probably a selling point for you.
Yeah, definitely so. No matter whose first-round pick you have, it's always nice to pick in your back pocket. You could possibly use to upgrade another position at any time.
A very fun roster. Aaron Rodgers is going to be there for the long haul. They do have Deshaun Kaiser also, who's a nice developmental quarterback, was a high second-round pick last year, got traded there from the Browns. RVD, our Packers fan, goes to Green Bay, and I believe, RVD, the last time you had Green Bay in AFL was back in Madden 12. Is that correct?
I know it better than I do, but yeah, it's been a while.
One thing I love about AFL is there's just so many guys in this league that I feel like I've gotten really close with over the years. Guys that I consider really close friends, not just video game friends, but guys that I talk to on a daily basis. Guys that I talk to about real life stuff. And a guy like RVD, he's at the top of that list. And he's been there since the beginning. He's been there since the beginning of AFL. There's a lot of history between RVD, myself, Magic, Sham, the guys that were here from the very, very, very beginning. It's like a family, man. It's hard to explain, but for those of us that have been through the whole ride together, it really is. So I am thrilled that RVD gets his Packers in Madden 19 and gets a chance to bring a Super Bowl trophy, an AFL Super Bowl trophy, to his favorite team. Now, I know it's not going to be easy. RVD is a guy that maybe not a lot of people think of as a guy that's going to be a favorite for a Super Bowl. He's going to have to catch some breaks or play a little above the level he's played at before, but it's not impossible. It's Madden. It all starts with a flip of the coin, and I gave him a fighting chance to wind up on that podium at some point in Madden 19.